Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. As the temperatures heat up throughout the summer season, it's a good rule of thumb to seek shade and stay hydrated. The same concern should be given to your pets. Now a best-selling author and advocate for victims of childhood sexual abuse, Theo Fleury is busy traveling around the world speaking at various engagements, helping others tell their story and find a sense of peace. Parks Canada is confirming the death of a single prairie dog from the Broken Hills Prairie Dog Colony, and the cause is the Sylvatic Plague. Thanks for joining us here today. As the hot temperatures continue throughout the coming weeks, you're reminded to not leave your pets in the car. As the temperatures heat up throughout the summer season, it's a good rule of thumb to seek shade and stay hydrated. The same concern should be given to your pets, as they too need to stay cool to prevent heat stroke. And it all starts with not leaving your dog in the car unattended.
It becomes very warm very quickly inside a vehicle. Even if it doesn't seem that warm outside, inside the vehicle is way hotter than outside, and there's no air movement. Even if you crack a window, not enough air movement for your dog. If you aren't comfortable sitting in there in the heat with the window cracked, neither is your pet. I know that there have been instances of people actually breaking windows of cars with animals in them, so I guess if you don't want your window broken or your pet to be unhealthy, don't leave them in there.
Along with ensuring your dog has plenty of cold water and shade, you should also plan your walks during the cooler time of the day, as the hot pavement is not good for your four-legged friends.
Pavement also gets quite hot quite quickly, and if you can't rest your bare hand comfortably on the pavement, your dog shouldn't have its feet on the pavement either.
And if you have any concerns for your dog or cat appearing lethargic, showing no interest in water or food, drooling more than usual, or is in a distressed state, get them to a veterinarian immediately. For over 12 years, Southwest TV News has provided the visuals for the defining moments in our community. Support your community and help us to continue our work. Support our sponsors by watching the ads on YouTube and by clicking the ads on our website. Pennies per click, which will help us continue to bring you the award-winning news coverage you've come to expect from Southwest TV News.
The Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park is a popular destination for tourists throughout the summer months. Guests from around the world come to the park to be one with nature and enjoy the many amenities from camping, hiking trails, and more.
There's nothing quite so pretty as the hills that shouldn't be.
Theo Fleury was in Swift Current with his Victor Walk. We bring you some of the highlights in this report. It's a secret many don't care to share and often live with throughout their lives: childhood sexual abuse and rape. Yet 1 in every 2 girls and 1 in 3 boys will experience unwanted sexual advances before the age of 18, followed by years of living with the shame, guilt, and often dark thoughts of suicide. Former NHL player Theo Fleury is one of those individuals, after being sexually assaulted on numerous occasions by his former junior hockey coach Graham James. Fleury shared his story later in his adult life through his autobiography Playing with Fire, followed by Conversations with a Rattlesnake. Now a best-selling author and advocate for victims of childhood sexual abuse, Theo Fleury is busy traveling around the world speaking at various engagements, helping others tell their story and find a sense of peace. Such is the case with the Victor Walk, which made its way to Saskatchewan for a 5-city tour, including a stop in Swift Current, discussing the issue of childhood sexual abuse through the walk and the accompanying documentary.
We really want to stay sort of grassroots, and that's why we come to the people instead of them having to try to find us. And all of us, at the Breaking Free Foundation, that's why we get out of bed every day, is to try to find that one person who needs that needs that help, and you know, sort of a soft place to land and feel safe and comfortable, and you know, so far that formula has worked.
Fleury adds that being a source of inspiration and hope for others is a path he never anticipated in his life.
You know, 14 years ago, I had a fully loaded pistol in my mouth ready to pull the trigger. Not because I wanted to die, but because I was completely exhausted from living in emotional pain and suffering my whole entire life. And I tried everything on the planet to get rid of it. And it wasn't until I found my own voice that my life changed forever. And so, you know, that's why when we do these walks, that's sort of the tagline is, hey, we're here to provide a place for you to find that voice, because I believe in the healing process from childhood rape and childhood sexual abuse is that, you know, we all think that we're the only people that are going through it and that nobody else is having this experience. And, you know, what we've learned is that it's actually common.
Gratifying work through his Breaking Free Foundation, which offers grants to individuals seeking counseling after being victimized by childhood sexual abuse, but lack the financial means to seek help. A path that has now brought Theo Fleury full circle, while feeling a sense of peace and purpose in life.
I always thought I was just a hockey player, but you know, through all of these hardships and struggles and all that stuff, you know, I found the true purpose of why I'm supposed to be here, and so, you know, for many years I used to have control of everything. And September 18th of 2005, I hit my knees and I turned my will and my life over to the universe, and I said, "You run my life," and ever since then it's been amazing.
The Victor Walk started in 2013 in Toronto and has now become an annual event, visiting a different Canadian province each summer. More information on the Victor Walk and the Breaking Free Foundation can be found online. Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmers market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website. Mark October 18th through 21st on your calendar and plan to attend the CCA Finals Rodeo in Swift Current. The top cowboys and cowgirls will compete in all of your favorite rodeo events, vying for the CCA Championship title. And wrap up your weekend with the CCA Finals Rodeo Cabaret, featuring sweet tequila. Get your tickets now for the CCA Finals Rodeo, October 18th through 21st in Swift Current. One of the prairie dog colonies out at Grasslands National Park is now closed to the public. We'll tell you why in this report. Prairie dogs are a common sight for visitors to Grasslands National Park. And now Parks Canada is confirming the death of a single prairie dog from the Broken Hills Prairie Dog Colony. And the cause is the Sylvatic Plague.
Well, Sylvatic Plague basically is a disease caused by a bacteria. It's transmitted by the fleas, and it's the animal version of what can become in humans the bubonic plague. So that's how people would know more about it. You can treat it with antibiotics, but you need to make sure that public are aware that something was found in that area. So what happened was that we found it like in early July, and then immediately sent us for testing. And then once we got, even before we got final results, we got preliminary results that said, this may be plague. We immediately started very proactive measures. So we closed the colony, and we closed that colony and 2 other colonies that are not that far. Just, again, there were no animals found dead on those 2 others, but just to make sure that nothing gets affected.
And despite this positive case of the Sylvatic Plague in 1 prairie dog, it's business as usual out at Grasslands National Park. And you can still see the prairie dogs at various locations throughout the park.
Most of the colonies, the prairie dog colonies, are open and they are safe. there's no problem in going to them. This dusting process is something that we have been doing on and on for the past 7 years, since 2010. So we do monitor it. These colonies that are remote are ones that weren't necessarily dusted in the past because there never seemed to be a concern there. So it seemed like it was something very specific there, and that's why we went and dusted right away. You can still go. The main Prairie Dog Colony that everyone sees is on the main drive, going to the campground, and you can still stop and see that's very safe. That population looks very healthy, and there's nothing wrong with them.
Family pets are always welcome out at Grasslands National Park. However, as a precaution since 2010, all Prairie Dog Colonies have had a restriction in place where domestic animals are restricted from entering the site in an effort to prevent the possibility of pets carrying infected fleas back home to their families. More information on Grasslands National Park and its various programs are available online. Market Square is a summer tradition in downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Drop by Market Square every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current, Standard Motors, Innovation Credit Union, and Southwest TV News. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.